I always loved clothes. I made and designed all my own clothes from the time I was probably 12 years old. My first line, I started out in junior sportswear, and it was kind of fun when I went to Disneyland or I went any place I'd look, and there was my label on the back of everybody's rear end because they were all wearing my pants and my tops and all the different things. My husband was able to do real well too because he was national sales manager. Then we started our own company, Ginger Ginger, it was called, and that was very successful. We started out at zero, and we did 12 million gross in 1 year and 24 million within 2 years. I probably would have never left the fashion business because I was in it for quite a few years and everything was very successful, and it was a time then my son was a teenager and I felt somebody had to be home. So I called it a day. I retired from fashion, much to the dismay of the people I was working for. My husband was happy though because someone was going to be here with Forrest. And then once he started SC, I started at Harvard. It took me a little longer as I was going back and forth, and I got all my degrees in the executive program there, and it was super. So, and once I got that degree, of course, everybody wanted me to do their homes. Once you say you went to Harvard, everybody wants you. So I became an architectural designer. Something not so nice happened. My husband had a heart attack and passed away 3 years ago, and that was terrible. So I kind of lost all my creativity for a while. There was no warning for this, and I was always crazy about this guy from day one, from the day I met him. Kind of lived out of a box for about 3 months, stayed at my son's, and almost thought about getting rid of this home, and my son rented me an apartment, and that didn't work. I really never moved in. I mean, I have this great house on an acre. It's kind of a shame to leave what my husband and I built and had for years. So I came back and I got out all of the things that we were going to do together. So I started the jewelry, and then it allowed me to start painting again. I never had the time to be painting as much as I loved it all the time that I was a fashion designer. Just was no time. In fact, the first thing I did when I left fashion design was, took me 3 weeks from one end to the other, but I painted the entire ground floor of the home, which was 2,000 square feet, all with nasturtium blooms. So at that point, I got into my art, my painting, my jewelry, and it took my mind off of how sad I was of losing my husband. I'll never get over it, but at least it makes my life a little better to be doing all these things that are that make my life happier.